Shalom, shalom. Kohalo Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi, Bahashem Rakak Radash. Shalom and salutations and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, where I continue to learn this 100% truth. Shalom to the elder bishops of Connecticut, the elders, the prophets and the teachers and evangelists of Great Millstone, who are also continue to learn this 100% truth. Shalom to the elect. Shalom also to the speckled bird, confused face, the Akim and Aqua, the Akim on the highways and byways, and last but not least, the elect. And I'm back again with another video. I'll be back to how you be edified with this video. Switch it up over here. Sit that over. So, yeah, had to switch it up. I didn't want to just be sitting there, but I hope it doesn't get hot. Phone get hot, shut down. So I'll be trying to different angles, trying to switch it around a little bit. But I'm going to entitle this "Be an Example." Be an example to the body. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, man, when you come into this truth, and then, you know, depends on what Yahweh and Yahweh Shai sets you up to do, you become part of the body. Not everybody is a teacher, you know, priest. You know what I mean? There's other ways that you know, the brothers get involved in this faith, in this truth, and they're part of the body. So you make an example of yourself. You become Salaki. You become an example to the world, representing the body. You know, whether you are, because this is how you have to understand. This is how the other nations look at us. They look at us when you claim something that someone else claims. You're being matched together, and this is one of the ways that Esau tends to use, like the RICO the RICO law. This is how Esau wants to attach us. This is what Jacob's trouble is going to be about. It's not really about you 2/3. It is, but it's not. It's about Esau and the other nations. So trying to weave you 2/3 out to get to the elect. They want to destroy the elect because they know that the elect are the ruling class that's coming next. So they want to take them and get to them, and they're going to have to weave out you 2/3 just to get to the elect, because Yahweh Yahweh Shai is going to protect his own. He's going to take care of his own. So that means he's going to make sure that he's covering, like the scriptures say, he's going to hide his elect. And the 2/3 are just going to be the haystack that is covering the needle, and the elect is going to be the needle. And yeah, they're going to be able to get a little bit of the elect, but they're just going to be raised up first. Salakia, the elect is going to be raised up first, the ones that become martyred, you know. And then Yahweh and Yahweh Shai really going to get busy right then and there, because now you have touched his elect. So he's going to be sending Yahweh Shai that right after that. You know what I mean? So I got some scriptures that I was going to bring out, and you know, pray that you be edified with it. So far it's working out for me. I'll probably have to move it a little further to the right when I get a chance to, so to stop this from, you know. But yeah, 1 Corinthians 1:11, and it reads, now all these things happen unto them for examples, and they are written for our admonition. Admonition, I think that's how you pronounce it, upon whom the ends of the world are come. So let's get that in the NLT to get a better understanding of it. Let's see here. 11 and 10. And 11. Shalakia.
Strong's G 3559. Nuthesia. Nuthesia.
Nuthesia. Nuthesia. Exhortation. So I'm gonna use that because admonition. So that's how I guess you pronounce it. Just had to take my time with it. Admonition. So exhortation basically. So again, it says, now all these things happen unto them for examples, for they are written for our exhortation, upon whom the ends of the world are come. That's why it's important to study and read and understand words. Greek, Hebrew, and Spanish. It's important. Very important. That way you know what you're dealing with. 1 Corinthians, I'm gonna go back to where I was at 11. Now I'm back at 11 because I went to 10. And it reads, 1 Corinthians 11 and 1, be ye followers of me, in Hawashai. Paul is saying, even as I also am of Hamashiach. So when Paul is saying that, to be followers of him, because he follows the ways of Yahushai, because Yahushai personally taught him. It's putting it's putting a command, a charge to you to walk in the right way. You know what I'm saying? No, you're not going to be perfect, but you want to walk in the right way. And to walk in the right way, you're being made an example, and the whole world is. I think that's what I want to say earlier. The world is watching what we Hebrew Israelites are doing. And this is how it's bad when you're out here and you are doing folly, stupid things, sottish things, wicked things, and then you claim Hebrew Israelites. Now understand, there are wicked and evil Israelites. This is, and it's always been that way. For even in the ancient time. You know what I mean? Especially in the Apocrypha and the Maccabees. Scriptures tell you about that. But also tells you about that in the Old Testament, New Testament too. But ultimately, you are being watched not just by the world, but by Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, and his angels. And with all of these things that are happening and the examples that are being laid down, you also become what's the word to use? Subjected to judgment. Now, you could be a good judgment or a bad judgment, but when, as the scriptures tell you, when you know that you're Hebrew Israelite, you're supposed to follow the Lord's statutes and commandments, and you deliberately break these commandments and these laws and these statutes, knowing who you are and who Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is and his son is Yahushai, whether you choose to use the names or not, you're going to be judged for it. You know what I'm saying? 1 Timothy 4 and 12. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word and conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity. So it's important to know that when you're walking in this truth, again, there's a target on you. People are watching you. Your own people in the world is watching you. And your enemies are definitely taking note of how you move. And anybody else who claims what you're claiming. And they hold, to the best of their ability, they're trying to hold you accountable for things that are wrong in this truth of ours versus the things that are righteous. You know what I mean? Sirach 33:17. Consider that I labored not for myself only, but for all them that seek learning. So we are all seeking learning, and we are all looking for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to have mercy on us. So we're doing the work that we've been called to do, Abarak Tazah, to hopefully be part of that elect number, the hopeful elect. Salakia. Salakia, bear with me 1 second. I'm just trying to get the scripture that I wanted to bring up real quick. Because again, you know, in Sirach 33:17, it says, consider that I labored not only for myself, but for all them that seek learning. So, you know, you there's people watching you into, like, for me, how should I, so when we give reverence and respect to the elder apostles on down the Great Millstone, when I give respect to the elder apostles of Great Millstone on down, these are my teachers, these are my apostles, these are my elders, from the elder bishops to the elders down to the evangelists. I watch, study, listen, and learn, and they are examples to me, for me to walk in that way, to carry myself in that way. And every day that I watch, there's every day that I learn, not just the scriptures, but how to conduct myself, how to talk with people, how to deal with people, how to deal with other races of people, women, children, even fearing Yahweh Shai, and how they, you know, how I serve them to deal with me. You know what I'm saying? All these things that I'm watching, because they have become examples for me to see how things are supposed to go. And when I do that, Elder Apostle Gabar had there's a chart, there's an animal chart, a 5 animal chart. I think it's the dragon, the owl, the toad, the monkey, and, well, the monkey's first, and it's another animal. But these animals represent the I'm gonna say exaltation chart, because you move from one characteristic to another, and it's all set up by examples of how you carry yourself. The monkey is what mimics. The monkey mimics what you do. Damn, I forgot the second one. But the toad is stubborn. Then it comes down to the well, the toad may be second. Then it's the I think it's the snake, something like that. Then it's the owl, and then it's the dragon. So like it's something like that, or the serpent, something like that. But the scriptures tell you to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. I believe Yahweh Shai said that, roughly paraphrasing. So, you know what I'm saying? It's important that you, what's set in front of you, before you, are good examples, and you have to have the spirit to discern what is and what's not that works for you. And, you know, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. that depends on how you come into this. You may come into this listening to the wrong people, but at the same time, they're explaining to you and they're telling you who you are, your heritage, where you come from, and those types of things. But they may not have the 100% truth that's going to put you in a position to hopefully be part of the hopeful elect that Yahweh Shai has salvation on you. And a lot of cats, they come into this and not realize that, depends on where you fall, that you build your house on sand to be blown away, Talking too much. Sirach 51:30. Work your work betimes, and in his time he will give you your reward. It's a great scripture right there. Because we all want rewards. And some people say, well, I'm not doing it for reward. You are. Salvation is a reward. Me personally, I'm doing this for salvation. That's my reward. I'm tired of this place. I'm grateful that Yahweh Shai is waking me up. I'm grateful that Yahweh Shai has put me with the people that are after his heart, I'm going to say. And I learn from them because they are the great example for me. They're the most important thing for me in Esau's kingdom, is to listen, watch, follow, and learn and teach the doctrine that they have laid before me. Because in the spirit that I have, that Yahweh Shai has given me, I realize that this is the 100% truth, and this is the way Yahweh Shai wants things to be done in a righteous and the right way. So just praying that I could be part of that hopeful elect, that number, that special number. Acts 20:35. I have showed you all things, right? How that so laboring ye are to support the weak, and to remember the words of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, how he said, it is more blessed to give than to receive. I can definitely vouch for that. Unfortunately, it's a love-hate situation with my people, but I love the 1/3 and I hate the 2/3, just the way it is. And I appreciate the understanding of the whole situation of it. So even it may be brothers or sisters that don't have, and you don't necessarily know if they're part of the elect or not, or they're part of the 2/3. You do for them because it's in your spirit to, and you're in a position to. So you do. But when the 2/3 is honestly is automatically showing they are the 2/3, then you just really kind of stay away from those kind of people. You know what I mean? And I'm only talking about Israelites, you Native American Indians, you Latinos, and you Negroes, man. You know what I mean? You definitely, I go out my way to avoid. Hebrews 6:10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which he have showed toward his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. The saints are Israelites, but the saints in this time will be the elect. Jude 8:24, and it reads, Now therefore, O brethren, let us show an example to our brethren, because their hearts depend on us, and the sanctuary and the house and the altar rest upon us. These scriptures are so beautiful, man, and they're a great comforter when you precept upon precept, line upon line. And there's nothing that stables you. Knowledge and wisdom may be the stability at our times. like the scriptures do. You know what I mean? Because everything like the scriptures say will pass. But Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah's word will never pass. Gotta know that, man. The last scripture I got right here, John 13:15. St. John. For I have given you an example that ye should do as I have done to you. And what is that? Nurture, love, teach. You know what I'm saying? Exhort. You know what I mean? I've been rocking how you edify, man. Kahalo Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakak Radash. Shalom again and salutations and double honors to the elder apostles GMS, who I continue to learn this truth from, and shalom to the elect. And with that, I've been rocking how you edify. I'm going to say shalom.